I moved to Colombia from the US without a job, and in the 2 months that I've been freelancing, I've gotten a combined 7 clients from the 2 platforms that I'm on. I'm not a guru, I'm not an expert whatsoever, but I'm gonna show you how to set up your Fiverr profile so that clients want to hire you as well. Thank you, Marco, for this video idea. You want to make sure that your profile picture is clean and professional, that it's well lit, that you're making eye contact. Mini tip, people hire people, not your fancy logo. I'm not saying a fancy logo isn't gonna work. It very well could. I'm just saying, I think that in terms of building trust, people want to see a face and connect with your eyes. With your display name, I would keep it just your name. Not anything crazy, because again, if they can read something that they just understand from the get-go, it'll help build trust. And that's gonna be a common thread throughout really all of my freelancing videos, is building trust with people. I think the bio is where a lot of people can mess up. I think people try to write these novels about all of their expertise and all of everything that they know. When you have to put yourself in the shoes of the customer, when you want to buy something, you oftentimes don't, like depending on what it is, you don't fully care to know that person's life story. You just want to know, can you do what I need you to do? Who do you help? What you do, and the results you can actually deliver. I help stay-at-home moms create crocheting videos that converts into sales or leads. And then of course, you do obviously want to touch on your expertise, so you can have your credibility points here. So the experiences that you want to highlight, the tools that you use, the niches that you're really an expert in. So with the bio, stop thinking, oh, it's all about me, and really change your mindset to, what do these people need? And how can I help them? And how can I show them that I can help them, if that makes sense? Which actually makes me think that I should maybe look back into my bio. Maybe I should take my own advice. Okay, so the gig setups. We're gonna keep it plain and simple. You need your title, obviously. I will clear outcome, that's it. So for example, I will make catchy trap metal beats. Thumbnail. You want it to be clean and bold. I personally love a good before and after. I love a good behind the scenes, so maybe consider something like that. I think also to stand out, maybe something that's high contrast. Maybe you have like a white background and the main subject is a pop of red or some sort of pop of color. Don't over edit it. The crazy like Mr. Beast style or like AI style thumbnails, I'm not really into, but again, maybe I'm not that target audience, so you have to think about that as well. Okay, so moving on to gig descriptions. So just a simple formula. We're gonna do a hook, what you offer, what makes you different, and a call to action. I'm actually going to insert an example of this Fiverr seller. It's interesting to see, how she sets up her gig descriptions, really just everything in her gig. So just a little tip. I did use ChatGPT. I copy and pasted her description, and I asked Chat to help me make it my own with the services that I offer. And even after that, I still tweaked it because, sometimes AI can sound like AI. It'll sound like a robot. So you have to have your own human touch. And I will get back to human touch in a moment. With every gig, you're going to have, I believe it's like a maximum of 5 tags that you can use. So this is very important because you do need to do your research on the SEO, but I think it's important to think again like a buyer and not a seller. So you need to put yourself in the shoes of, if I was a person looking for a video editor or looking for a music producer or looking for a graphic designer, whatever it is, you need to think about like how you would actually go to search that. When I was first like putting my gigs together, I would type in YouTube video editing instead of YouTube vlog or vlog editor. I think that you should start with 1 to 3 or even 1 to 5 gigs. You have to think about your profile as like your storefront, right? So maybe people want to shop around for things. That also helps you understand how to set them up It also does help you understand what is working, what's not working, what's selling, what's not selling, if you have to change anything. I think I started with 4 gigs, I don't know. Yeah, it was beneficial because I literally have the data that tells me the top performing gigs and the ones that are just dead. So this is an interesting topic because there's a lot of advice that will tell you to start at $5, $10, $15 just to get your initial reviews. And I do agree with that. This is the strategy, right? Like, you have to price lower for those initial reviews, but once you get to around 10 reviews, some people increase at like 5 reviews, whatever it is. But once you get to around 10 reviews, the whole point is that you have social proof now. People can trust you. It goes back to trust. And so at that point, when you do raise your prices to something that is fair, people think, okay, yeah, well, it makes sense. She has all these, or they have all these testimonials. Definitely don't stay at whatever your entry level price is. Don't stay there for way too long, because I think you will attract just clients that suck. Like, there's really no other way to put that. I have been fortunate that the majority of my clients, even at this price point, are very fair and are very understanding. You know, I just try to do what I can to make them happy. But then on the other side of that, you have people that are just cheap. Take a screenshot of a review and put it up into your gig gallery. Maybe did I start with like 7 pieces? I don't remember, but I started with photography that I've done in the past, my own YouTube videos that I've edited, a wedding that I shot, and I'm thinking, you know, sure, it's not a YouTube video, but it is a video that shows my skills. It's what I have to work with, and I'm gonna start with that. And it wasn't a problem. Since you are in this new phase or like stage in your freelance journey, I would do everything you can to over-deliver, whether that's you deliver the project a day or 2 earlier than what your gig said you were gonna deliver. Maybe you give them a freebie. So in my case, if I'm editing a long form YouTube video, I could repurpose that. I can cut it up to do a vertical that they can use for Instagram Reels or TikTok, which I also haven't done that yet. So that's another place where I should take my own advice. One of the most important things that I think can fast track you to getting clients is having an intro video. Just like with social media, whenever there's like a new trend or a new feature that these apps put out, if you hop on that train, the algorithm is more likely to push you out to the audience. So take the time to create an intro video. That's exactly what I did. I did not have one. I carved some time out in my schedule and I got ready, hair, makeup, script, the whole thing, and I shot a video, edited it together, not anything crazy fancy, literally just introducing myself and what I can do for them. I have no idea if that is the reason why I've been able to get clients, but I just knew that I would rather cross every T, dot every I, yeah. Knowing that I set up my profile in a way that just gives me the best opportunity to get a client, rather than thinking, oh, well, maybe if I had put this video up a few weeks ago, I wonder if that would have helped me get clients. Like, I don't know. I made sure that I had that video up there so that I could sleep at night. People are quicker to buy from you if they can feel your vibe. That's just the easiest way that I can describe that. And I do want to make I will make a whole video on that, because I do think that that is so important and the reason why I have been able to get jobs. I don't know if the intro video specifically, but other ways of using videos has allowed me to get jobs. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun for me, with the exception of my camera overheating. But if you have any questions about Fiverr, freelancing, leave me a comment below. Subscribe for more freelance content. If you're interested in Upwork, my next freelance related video will be how to get your first client on Upwork. So I'll see you in the next one.